wonderful colors. Hi y'all, welcome to Flourish Creatively. This is podcast 50. And my name is Jana Kay. So glad to have you all with me. This video is about the hashtag 6 Spring Shawl Swap that me and 5 other podcasters participated in, where each of us made a shawl for another podcaster and then sent them out to each other, putting out videos then of the shawls and possibly the making. Well, I will be putting out a video as well, making of the shawl. So all 5 others besides me, podcasters are listed in the description box below. Please go and check out their channel. All of us love making shawls. For me, a shawl is just a piece of artwork that is made with yarn, beautiful yarn, and a crochet hook. So this video, I am unbagging the shawl that I was sent. So I sent a shawl to Amy. Amy loves crochet, but Connie at Connie's Crafty Corner is the one who sent me a shawl. I have not seen it. I am unboxing or unbagging it for the first time, but look at the cute bag that it was sent in. I don't know if Connie knows, but giraffe are my favorite African animal. As often as we went on safari and saw, that was our favorite family vacation, and we saw all sorts of animals from lion to leopard to elephant. Giraffe is my favorite, and I love this bag. So are you ready to check out what is inside with me? All right. The first thing, she put the pattern in it. I didn't even think to do that. What a neat idea. So it's called Yadkin. Oh, that is so sweet. And it is by SS Knits. And it is, looks like there's a mark there in the state of North Carolina, maybe where that is from or where the designer is from. It's called it's from the Mountains to Sea collection. So it says here in the pattern that Yadkin is named for the Yadkin County in northwest North Carolina, just east of the Blue Ridge Mountains. The picturesque rolling land is home to many farms and vineyards. Whether chilled by breezes blowing through the hills or by an overzealous air conditioner, the Yadkin shawl is a perfect addition to chase the chill away. So there you go, the Yadkin. So yeah, all right, here we go. Wonderful colors that are in it. She sent the yarn that she used, and it is Bird and Blooms Silkerino, superwash merino and silk. And I think it says Mason Creation Yarns, but there's the label. And it says masoncreation.com or yarns.com. So there you go. And this color is Bird and Blooms. And then I got a note in there that came with it. She was saying thank you for inviting her to the crochet along, or the shawl swap. She said she will be in North Carolina, so maybe that is why the pattern is from there. Anyway, it is from Connie. So here we go. I'll show you in the package. You can see the yarn. So we filled out a spreadsheet about what size yarn, color yarn, type of shawl that we liked, and then made the shawl for each other from that information. All right, and here it is. Golly, wow, this is beautiful. There's the design on it, close up as I unwrap it. Oh, wow, it's so beautiful. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. That is why I think shawls are just a work of art. Look at the bottom. So pretty. I love that it's lacy. And it says on the pattern that it's an elongated semicircular crocheted shawl. So there it is. Oh, it's so pretty. I love the bottom of it, and lacy. There you go. So, yeah, I wore the wrong top with all the flowers on it. Oops. Let's shake it out. There you go. There you go. Isn't that gorgeous? That is so pretty. Thank you so much, Connie. I absolutely love it. I put that I love pinks, grays, and this is perfect. And I am so excited. Today, it's like, it was, when I was getting dressed, it was like 63 degrees outside. So I dressed in like a lightweight 3/4 length sleeve shirt, and it's now like 50 degrees. It is, if I can get my watch to work, 53 degrees outside today. So this is a great day to wear a beautiful lacy scarf or shawl. I just love it. So pretty. Thank you again so much, Connie. This is gorgeous. If you have not checked out Connie's channel, please go and do so. As I said, it's linked in the description box below. She makes some amazing things and is very talented. She does quilts, she does clothes, knits, as well as crochets. She is very, very talented. So please check out her channel and the other ladies that were a part of this shawl swap that are in the description box below. So I know it has been a while since I have posted a video. In fact, I think the last one was around March 14th, 15th, somewhere in there. So like 2 weeks ago. And part of that is I have been working on the shawl I was making, and was also trying to get the oversized sweater finished, but really concentrating on the shawl. And those were the two projects that got most of my attention. And then at the end of last week, I had a problem with my eye. It is, thankfully, nothing is wrong. I thought maybe that I was getting a tear or hole in the retina, but no, was not the problem. Although it has to do with that. As you age, your eye, the vitreous gel of your eye kind of breaks away or floats away. Anyway, I have a floater. I am seeing things. So if I look up and think I see like a gnat. That is why I've got a couple of floaters. So evidently that vitreous level did break off quite a bit. I'm thinking maybe that it was due to the shock of surgery. I was very nearsighted, and 25 years ago had LASIK surgery, and so susceptible to that happening. And sure enough, it did last week, and went to the eye doctor. And as I said, everything was fine. But yeah, my vision just hasn't been great. Well, I can see very sharp and very clear, and the colors are great out of this eye. I just got something floating in front of it every time I blink. Hopefully floaters don't last too long, because this has been about 4 or 5 days of irritation. And so, but thankfully my eye looked good to the eye doctor. I found a great ophthalmologist, eye doctor, and system. It is a group of doctors that a practice that has 5 sites all around the Nashville area, and was started by a very good doctor who even specializes in retina. And so yeah, anyway, very excited about that. So want to catch you up a little bit about what I have been doing. And let's just get to the oversized sweater. I am on the 2nd sleeve, but I don't know what it is about back post stitches, especially half double crochet. I get off on count. And yeah, I had to rip back because I lost a stitch along the way. And then a few rows later, I lost another stitch. I went from 50 down to 48. So being very meticulous now about the way I count, so I can get this 2nd sleeve done. And hopefully we'll have an update for you soon. I did mention that I want to wear this sweater in Nepal, thinking, even though I know Kathmandu is warmer than Mount Everest, I was thinking that it had to have been colder than even what I am here in Middle Tennessee, and that is not true. It's going to be in the 80s in Kathmandu. I think the lows in the 60s or close to 60, maybe high 50s, and then the highs are going to be in the 80s. So I'm not sure this sweater will work, that I'll even need to bring it. But we'll see when it comes time to packing, but trying to get that done. So after I finished the shawl I was working on for Amy, I got start-itis, and I saw something that looked so much fun that I wanted to try it out. And so I started on it, but then had to put it aside because it was crunch time to getting the shawl finished. And so put it aside, but I am working on a project. You may have seen the short that I put out, I don't even remember, last week sometime. And I showed a picture of what I am creating, but I'm not telling you what it is. But this is what I am working on. This is Premier Color Fusion DK. It's 100% acrylic. So there's the label. And this is the colorway Salt Water Taffy. So you may have seen on the label as I was holding it up, it is 100 gram, 3.5 ounce ball, 325 yards. And isn't it beautiful? Grays, pinks, blues. I love it. So what do you think I am making with this. As you can see, it is corner to corner, but I'll give you a hint, it's not a blanket. So let me know in the comments below what it is you think I am working on. I'm hoping it'll be pretty quick because corner to corner is a very quick stitch. Now that I have got the shawl completed, it is basically oversized sweater and this and a couple of knit projects that I started and want to finish. I'm working on a washcloth, and I am also working on my mom's socks still and some bookmarks. So a few knit projects along with my sweater that I am working on as well. But thankfully, I'm not pressed for time with the sweater because, as I said, thought about taking it to Nepal, but evidently Kathmandu is not going to be cold enough for a 100% acrylic bulky weight yarn, even though it's knitted sweater. And so not really pressed for time. So the other thing that I haven't started, but I have pulled it out. So my friend Pamela, hi Pamela, at Ginger Cat Crochets, talked about starting another project. So she is having some pain, I think, in her shoulder, is it? Anyway, and she's having to slow down on crochet, and she does some really gorgeous glass art and other things. And so she talked about starting a new project, not crochet or knitting. And so I got a kit at Christmas. And actually, I found it and told my husband to give it to me for Christmas, but it is called the Embroidery Journal 365 Days of Stitches. And you can see here that it says my year, and then there's all these different things that have been embroidered. And so I opened that up, and inside you get the hoop, you get the material, you get the embroidery floss, snips, and a marker for putting the design on, and needles. And it also came with a book that explains what to do for your embroidery journal. So the whole idea is that kind of like a temperature blanket where you journal the temperature through a year, or keeping a journal of events. This one is an embroidery journal of things that happen throughout the year. And I'm trying to find the page where they kind of show you how to lay everything out. She goes through different stitches. Here it is. I was going to say I probably missed it. But anyway, she gives you a kind of template for how you would map out the year. And then in the back are the months written out. She's got abbreviations and numbers that you can write and then embroider over. She's got holidays, seasons, all these cute, I call them icons or pictures that you can use, life events, anatomy, just pages of all these different things that you can use to embroider a journal of the year. And so I am so excited about this. I am getting ready to read through this and get started on this. I'll go back and do obviously January, February, and now March. Since I'm recording this on the last day of March, you'll see this on the first day of April. So But yeah, so excited about journaling this year, which will be our first January to December full year here back in the U.S. in Tennessee. And so, yeah, looking forward to doing that. So that is my, I think she called it hashtag start something new project that is not crochet or knit related, and looking forward to getting that done and working on that through the year as well. So that's where I've been, kind of what I've been focusing on. Thank you again, Connie, for this beautiful, beautiful shawl. I'm so excited about wearing it. This is lacy enough. I might be able to take it to Nepal and wear it, but it is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And thank you for joining me for this podcast for the yarn portion. And I want to move in to our scripture and devotion thought for today. All right, so for the verse for today comes from Luke chapter 14, verses 27 to 33, but I'm only reading parts of it. This is part of our church's Easter devotion as we read part of scripture each day in preparation for Easter and celebrating the resurrection of our Lord. And so this verse or parts of the verses say this. And this is Jesus speaking. Whoever does not bear his own cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you, wanting to build a tower, doesn't first sit down and calculate the cost? Every one of you who does not say goodbye to all his possessions cannot be my disciple. And so what this tells me is that following Jesus, the Christian life, becoming a Christian, is not easy. It does not guarantee worldly success. In fact, Jesus says here that we need to consider the cost, just like a builder or a king would consider the cost of building or fighting and then make a decision based on that. Well, I got to thinking about knitting and crochet. How many crafters, even those that do other things like embroider or glass painting, sculpting, all of those things, when creating a certain project, most crafters will consider all the aspects of the project and plan it out. We consider a project's cost or the difficulty. For knitters, crocheters, we consider the hook size or needle size and what yarn, how much yarn it will take. How many skeins does that mean I need to buy? And what yarn, knowing the number of skeins, can I buy that I can afford, that fit into the budget? Do I get an extra so I don't have to play yarn chicken, or should I take that chance? We consider everything that goes into making a project. And so it is the same thing when we decide to follow Jesus. We have to consider the cost to follow him, because there is a cost. For many people, we had a prayer evening recently and really prayed for believers, Christ followers that are persecuted around the world, that are put in prison, that are beaten, that have property taken away, or that are killed for their faith. And there's even a cost to following Christ, because sometimes there are sacrifices that we have to make. It may be sacrificing the friends that we hang out with, our schedule, so that we can be part of a church, a fellowship. We may have to give up some things. When God calls us, it may mean moving from family. We had to do that when we lived overseas. But even though there is a cost, it doesn't compare to the joy in relationship with Him. He is of more value than anything we could possibly own here on earth, because He is eternal and relationship with Him is eternal. And the one thing that it will not cost is joy. Deep, abiding, true, and lasting, unchanging by any circumstance joy. Because Jesus is our good shepherd. That's one thing that I heard on Sunday morning in the sermon. It was from John chapter 10, and He is our good shepherd. He delights in us, and He wants us to delight in Him. He knows us deeply, and He wants us to know Him deeply as well. That's what the Christian life is all about, is a deep, joy-filled, abundant life relationship with Him, no matter what this world and life here throws at us. That can never be taken away. And so as I close, I want to close with a reading of Psalm 23 about our good shepherd. Now, a lot of times this is read at funerals, I think mostly because of the part of walking through the valley of the shadow of death. But think of that as just walking through a difficult situation that feels like the valley of the shadow of death. And just hear what our good shepherd does for us, that He delights in us, and He wants us individually, personally, to know Him. The Lord, Yahweh, is my shepherd. There is nothing I lack. He lets me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He gives us peace. He renews my life. He leads me along the right paths for His name's sake. And even when I go through the darkest valley, I fear no danger. For You are with me, Your rod and Your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Only goodness and faithful love will pursue me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord as long as I live. I hope this has been an encouragement to you. Thank you for hanging out with me this long, for seeing my beautiful shawl, and seeing what things that I am going to be working on in the next few weeks. I hope you all have a lovely day, and may you be blessed as you go through the rest of this week with our good shepherd. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye, y'all.